Cheers, mate. Cheers. It's finally here. CHUWI LarkBox. Ordered this because I saw it on ETA Prime's YouTube channel, and I've got a thing now for small form computers. Bag within a bag, of course. I am so excited, but also terrified, because the Indiegogo campaign, a lot of the comments have been complaining that these things aren't working. So I'm excited, but also terrified, because if it doesn't work, I'm gonna cry. Scissors, always handy. You need a degree just to get into this thing. Here we go. So we have straight away a sketchy looking adapter, very terrifying. I'm guessing it's for that one. I'm going to sell that. I don't want that. USB charger. I mean, it's one of the first times I've backed something electronic on Indiegogo. First of all, CHUWI said they were going to give us a Bluetooth keyboard, which I was like quite, you know, it looked quite handy to have a little keyboard. But then they said there wasn't any Bluetooth units because of COVID. So now I've got this thing here. I'm going to chuck that on Facebook. I don't want that. USB charger. I've already got a million USB chargers. One of the perks they changed. Not happy about that. And here we are. Oh my goodness. I am excited. I hope it works. So many comments saying it hasn't been working. I'm hoping that one's for the dock, because I couldn't give three shits about the dock. Let's do some unboxing. I'm excited. Here she blows. This is supposedly the world's smallest 4K computer, and I have to say it feels quite a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be, but that is tiny. I'm going to get in the Raspberry Pi 4 that's in the background and just compare them, because that is kind of unreal, really. Please work. Nice branded bag. Shame they could have done better with other things, but there we go. What else do we have in here? We have the V-mounts. Vega mount, that can go on the back. Oh goodness, oh goodness. Right, there's nothing else in there. Hopefully this is the power supply, which might end up being bigger than the actual computer itself. There she is. Oh, nice. That is looking similar to a Apple charger, really, not too much bigger, about the same size. I mean, wow. Just a side note, anyone else that's got one of these, this charger is very specific USB-C, so don't think you can plug in your LarkBox with a standard charger, because you'll possibly break it. I believe it's 12 volt 2 amp, and you've got to make sure you're using the right ampage for these things, otherwise you could break your electronics that you've spent money on. So there is the CHUWI LarkBox on the left and the Raspberry Pi 4 on the right. I mean, that is pretty incredible. Windows, I mean, they can both run Windows 10 now, but that can do 4K, and it's just tiny. Just so small. Right, let's pray that it works. Let's hope that this thing boots up, no problem. Check that out. Wow. Alright, let's see if this thing boots up. The HDMI cable is actually too strong for the thing to sit right. That's hilarious. Right, here we go. Super nervous. Will it work? Please work. Apparently I need to do some updates as well to get this thing perfecto, because there's been a lot of feedback on that comment section that's been negative. So let's see if it boots. Moment of truth. Oh, there's a blue light. Oh, it's working. Looks like it is working. I'm going to run through the setup and see if we can get this thing going. But first initial turn on, it's got to this point, so cross fingers, knees and toes. That fan is quite audible. Oh, there we go, it's turned off again. Windows is just starting. all on that little device there. Unreal. There we are. We're into Windows on the LarkBox. I'm going to have to do some updates. That fan is definitely quite noisy. The fan is actually almost noisier than my main system, which is kind of annoying. So that's quite noisy compared to my main system, which is quite quiet actually compared to this. So there it is. It is working. That fan's definitely working, which is a good sign because there's been a lot of cases of fans not working at all. It's booted up, fine. Setup was fine. Microsoft wanted all my data and I said no to as much as I could. Gonna do run the Windows updates and see where we go from there. See if we can get 4K running. But so far, it seems to be okay. Not a fan of that fan noise. 4K's working. Linus's Tech Tips 4K working fine. Happy with that. It's tiny though, very small. I mean, coffee mug, LarkBox. Coffee mug, LarkBox. Raspberry Pi, LarkBox. Conclusion. My LarkBox worked. I mean, I only used it for 2 minutes, but it all worked. YouTube HD videos worked. The fan worked. Very noisy. Overall, amazed, but I'm probably going to have to sell it because I've got my main tower computer now. I'm probably going to stick to using my lovely Raspberry Pi for, it's passively cooled, so there's no fan, and 1080p. Do you know what? 1080p, quiet, so there's no fans going on. Perfectly fine for me. So I'm going to stick to that. Plenty of people on the Indigo comment section having problems. I hope that you've all got it sorted out. I've been very lucky, obviously, in the fact that mine has been fine. I'm going to probably just sell it on to someone who will enjoy it more than me because it will just be a dust collector. Otherwise, quite impressed. I mean, how small that thing is. It's tiny. 4K. I just can't wait till they get gaming PCs that can do, you know, GTA 5 on something that small. Be amazing.